Tell me if this sounds familiar. You finally get a quiet moment to yourself. No one's calling, no emails to answer. You sit down, ready to rest. But instead of feeling calm, you feel anxious, on edge, or guilty, like you should get up and do something. So if rest feels uncomfortable, you're just not used to what it feels like to be still with yourself. Welcome to the Core Happiness Podcast. I'm your host, Kacee Banks, a mindset and positive psychology coach. On this podcast, we discuss all things related to creating happiness from within. So let's do it. Welcome back to the show. So let's explore why slowing down feels so hard sometimes and how to start rewiring our nervous system so that peace stops feeling so unfamiliar and starts feeling like home, like our base, as it should. And I want to start with this deep truth. Rest isn't about our bodies. It's about our nervous systems. And if our nervous systems do not feel safe, stillness won't feel relaxing. Instead, it will feel uncomfortable. It will feel threatening maybe. And that's because our brains have learned through experience that if we're moving, we're valuable. If we're productive, we're safe. If we stop, we're lazy, right? And for many people, the moment we slow down is when emotions surface. Guilt kicks in, our thoughts start racing because we've been trained to believe that our worth lies in our doing. We have to do, we have to prove, not just who we are, right? But the truth is that worth lies in our being. And stillness is where healing begins. And the beautiful part is our body can always relearn how to feel safe resting without the guilt, without the panic. So if stillness and rest are hard for you, there are 3 core reasons as to why and what we can do about it. So number 1 is that your nervous system is wired for motion and not recovery. And this is more of a societal thing, right? If you think about it, if you've been in go, go, go mode for years, working, caregiving, providing, and you're checking all the boxes, your nervous system has adapted to prioritize alertness over calm. In neuroscience, it's known as chronic sympathetic dominance, which is the fight or flight branch of your nervous system that stays on all the time. It's always on, always triggering. So when you stop moving, your system doesn't immediately say, oh, and drop into peace. It says, whoa, wait a minute. What's wrong? What are we doing? Are we okay? Is everything okay? So if this is you, then before you ask your body to rest, just give it a signal that it's safe, right? That could be something as breathing. We talk about breathing a lot. A slow inhale for 4, exhale for 6. It could be just placing your feet on the floor to feel grounded. For some people, holding a cup of tea or coffee, like a warm mug, and feeling the warmth in your hand can be grounding. Just anything that is a simple cue that activates your parasympathetic nervous system to rest and restore. Because calm doesn't just come from nothing. Like I think we think that, oh, if I just do nothing, I'll be calm. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. But we have to teach our system that we're safe now. Then our bodies will actually allow us to feel calm. Another core reason that rest could be hard is that we just were taught we had to earn it versus just receive it. And let's be honest, most of us don't rest, right? We collapse, right? We go and go and go and go and go and go until we break down. And then maybe we'll give ourselves permission to pause. And even then, the guilt creeps in, right? We're like, oh gosh, I shouldn't have taken that vacation from work. Now I have more work to do. Or I shouldn't have put my phone on silent because I missed all these phone calls and now I feel bad about it. But what if we didn't have to justify it? Because right now I feel like we have been taught that rest has to be justified, right? We think if I haven't finished everything, I don't deserve to rest. If I'm resting, I'm lazy. Other people don't get breaks. Why do I get a break, right? That's how we think. But that is so detrimental And research even backs this up. Like, research shows us that humans don't function best on constant output. We just don't. In fact, studies on cognitive load and decision fatigue show that even the smallest rest breaks can improve focus, clarity, emotional regulation. So if this is you and you have this mindset of rest having to be earned, then it's important to reframe it. And it could just be start with something as small as like acknowledging that preventing rest now means crashing later. Reframe it, turn it on its head. You're not less valuable when you're not producing. Let your worth exist in who you are and being still and the restoration that comes from it, right? Understand that rest isn't something you have to earn. It's part of how you stay well and how you stay healthy. And the third core reason that rest could be hard is that stillness brings up emotions that we often try to avoid. And this is a deeper one that most people don't talk about. When we finally slow down, old emotions can bubble up, right? We can feel grief, sadness, resentment, loneliness. Maybe it's even joy that we just haven't allowed ourselves to feel. And that discomfort that we feel is our nervous system finally saying, okay, am I trusting you enough to feel this, to process this? So the solution isn't to avoid rest, right? It's to build the capacity for stillness. What does that mean? How do we do that? It's literally 3 minutes. No distractions. Just let your feelings arise, whatever they may be. Acknowledge them, feel them. And then just repeat to yourself, I can feel this and I'm okay. I'm okay. That's how emotional regulation is built. It's not through suppressing emotion. It's increasing your tolerance of holding to it, to processing it. And then over time, our body starts to learn that stillness isn't danger. It's restorative. It's restoration. So the main takeaway from today's episode is to rewire how you think about rest. So it no longer feels lazy or even something you have to earn, right? Rest is not a reward for exhaustion. It should be your baseline. Rest also is not a luxury. It's a necessity. It's your body's way of regaining balance. It is where clarity comes. It's where creativity is born. So if you've spent years or decades doing more, being more, giving more, proving more, what if your life didn't depend on how much you could hold or how much you could do? What if life depended on how well you recovered, how well you restored? Because if you are allowing yourself the ability to restore, the ability to have the clarity, the ability to have the creativity, that's what matters. So the real shift becomes that rest isn't what you do when everything's done. It's what allows you to face your life with clarity, energy, emotional presence. And your body's not asking you to rest forever. It's just asking you to build a life where rest is part of the rhythm instead of the emergency brake. So I'm going to leave you with this exercise that I hope you try. It's just block 5 minutes of your day. 5 minutes. You can set a timer, use your phone, and then sit, stand, or lie. Doesn't matter. But just be. No phone, no music, no multitasking, no distractions. Let whatever feelings come. And just simply notice them and just name them. I feel anxious. I feel fidgety. I feel bored. I feel like I want to move. Whatever it is, name it. And then breathe, right? Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Always exhale longer than you inhale. And then repeat either silently or out loud, I am safe. I'm allowed to pause. I am safe. I am allowed to pause. And repeat it as often as you need. Your nervous system will thank you. If this message hit you somewhere deep, then subscribe, like, comment. I want to see you more. I want you to show up here. This is your space. This is your return to yourself, your clarity, and your calm. I'll see you next time.